I just wanted to be known that your boy was right. I'm always right. Listen. It's okay. It's okay. Henshin to go, baby. What's good, guys? Iyokuu here, and we did get some leaks regarding the Demon DLC, which, like I said earlier, your boy was right. But gloating aside, I do like what we got right here. During the Rui and Akaza trailer breakdown that I did for my video, there are a couple things that I mentioned in that going through these screenshots, you'll see here in a minute that I was kind of like soft confirming something without confirming it. It just, for me, it's easier to see stuff whenever I can see it, right? Like the gameplay, I could tell some things from the gameplay, and then I pointed out some things, and to see that being confirmed in these screenshots are really good. Now, do know, take this with a grain of salt, but like also don't take it with a grain of salt for the most part. Almost every leak that we've had about Demon Slayer so far has been right, and I don't want to use that as a means to believe every single leak that comes out for Demon Slayer. But in this particular case, this feels like it's from the website. A lot of these screenshots, a lot of this stuff looks like it's from a website. It doesn't look like it's from the PlayStation Store or something like that. So I couldn't find anything. I don't think Globku could find anything. Yaya couldn't find anything. Like nobody that I was able to look at and not necessarily speak with, but just absorb is right, hear from. That's a better way to say that I could hear from. No one's able to find anything on this except this one guy's tweets, his post. So that's pretty cool. All right, so for the first screenshot, we do have this thing called daily missions, which isn't too big of a deal. Like I don't think it's like a major thing to talk about, but there is one thing that I want to mention about this stuff, right? You get Kimetsu points by completing challenges. So this just, to me, this feels like they're working on something very Street Fighter V-esque. And for those that didn't play Street Fighter V or you don't know about it, when Street Fighter V first came out, you had the option between buying the characters with actual money or playing the game and getting these points in the game and then using those points to buy the characters, the costumes, whatever else you wanted. So it was kind of a way to reward people that played the game a lot and they didn't want to spend the money on certain things, or they couldn't. So in this game, we already know that you can unlock everything in the rewards, right? The whole reward board you can unlock with points. So having something that allows you to collect points just by not only playing the game, you're already playing ranked matches anyway, but not only playing the game, but doing these missions, seasonal stuff, the grudge matches, all this kind of stuff looks like something they're really trying to work into the game that really fills it out for you to be rewarded to get those points. So I think that's pretty cool. But the juicy stuff, the important stuff, right? That's what you guys want to see. So we're here. Demons play by themselves. I said that in the trailer. It was confirmed in the trailer because the emergency escape that Rui used. All right, here's a screenshot. My bad. Demon fighters. You see both Rui and Akaza in their circular images there, right? Demons always fight alone, excluding Nezuko. When selecting a fighter, an icon indicates that the character will fight solo. You can perform 2 different actions by pressing L1 when the demon gauge is at least 50% full. The demon gauge is going to be replacing your assist gauge, right? Because they don't have partners. So your assist gauge for everybody else, right? You call the assist either 2 times or you use emergency assist to escape. And in this case, I'm assuming it's the same exact way, but this does confirm what I was speculating in my video for the breakdown of the trailers, was that demons were going to have skills to replace their assist. So now we have demons that have 5 skills instead of 3 skills plus, you know, assist and emergency escape, anything like that, which is kind of cool. That explains why during the trailer, Akaza was doing so many of the special moves that just felt like, all right, these don't really feel like normals, you know? He had the guard crush looking move. He had his auras. He had the fireball. He had the, I want to say it was like this dive kick or this axe kick type thing, and another move that I can't remember what it was. But Akaza has 5 moves. Rui has 5 moves as well, with the spider webs, the AoE attacks, things like that. So these demons having extra moves kind of makes up for it, but at the same time, it's gonna keep them from being overpowered, right? Because I know you're gonna think, oh, they have 5 specials and we only have 3. That's not fair. They're gonna be broken, bro. No, they won't. These characters won't be broken simply based off the fact that they don't have assist. A lot of the game is 2v2, so it's pressure, it's resets, it's chaining strings together in order to open up your opponent. And when you have a solo character, just because they have more moves doesn't mean that they're going to be able to do that, especially not being able to tag out with the tag mechanics that we have been coming up with in the game. they don't have all those options. Next is the actual demon gauge, right? Talking about the demon skills themselves, which of course is 2 skills. Using one of the 2 skills to fight this or to fit the situation, the input you perform for each skill depends on your control scheme. So what this essentially is saying is that, you know, when you press L1, it's probably going to be the same thing that you do with an assist. You know, L1 plus directional, like the tilt, and that'll give you something else. And then L1 plus something else will do that. I told you guys, like off rip, I like Akaza. He is a favorite demon of mine, you know, after reading the manga, but Rui in this game might actually be he might be my pocket demon. Until the Red Light District demons come out, Rui might actually be my pocket demon. I think I'm gonna mess with Rui a lot because him being a trap character is really cool. I just got through talking about how the assists are important and how these demons won't necessarily have options for that. But in Rui's case specifically, Rui looks like, because he's a mid to long range fighter, he doesn't need to worry about keeping you locked down with an assist because he already has those moves. If we look at the screenshots on the screen right now, you see that he has the web cage, right? Something that we've seen from the anime where he traps the opponent inside of this cage of webs, and they can't get away, but they're constantly taking damage. You can see that here in the first screenshot or the first image, and then in the second one, you see it's more of like a rain down effect, right? So it's probably doing something where maybe the cage explodes or there's a rain of webs. I don't know what this animation will turn into, but it's definitely an AoE attack. You can see the red circle around his feet and around where the enemy's getting hit at. That's a giant AoE attack. So to be able to potentially lock down your opponent with either the web throw that he has as a normal skill, or taking the web cage as a demon assist and then burning the second demon assist skill to then like slam on them with an AoE, oh yeah, best believe I'm playing Rui. Last but not least is the accidental thing that I said earlier, but it wasn't what I meant to say. We're talking about the ultimate art gauge. When a demon, excluding Nezuko, begins to burst or surge, wow, surge, I meant surge, bro. They will heal some HP and gradually replenish more over time. More HP will be healed with surge compared to boost. However, performing a quick step, guarding, or getting attacked by the opponent will temporarily interrupt the healing. I think that's really fair for demons to not be able to get like everything from a boost, but the problem with this statement is they probably still get everything from a boost. So to compensate for not having a partner, right, an assist, a partner, it looks like demons are being buffed to all hell. Canonically, that makes way too much sense. I keep telling you guys, demons are broken in comparison to humans. Like, yeah, breathing styles get, you know, these superhuman feats, but compared to a demon, like an upper demon of all things, an upper moon demon, humans don't compare. They just don't. They get washed. That's why they're always 2v1ing these demons. When you start to read the manga or they get into these fights in the anime, they're like, you don't 1v1 an upper moon. They body humans. That's just what they do. So canonically speaking sense, giving them this overpowered surge mode makes sense. Game wise for balancing, I don't agree. Hopefully when these demons do drop, and maybe CC2, maybe Sega has been hearing us complain about a lot of the things, like surge mode is fine, just remove hyper armor. What this tells me, just off rip, right? If demons can heal by being the aggressor, which is fine, right? You want to be aggressive in surge mode anyway. You don't want to play chicken. Being the aggressor in surge mode, what that tells me is that as long as they're moving forward, as long as a character is advancing, they're always going to have that hyper armor, which means you have to ult them. And, you know, by playing smart, you can just avoid the ult altogether or anything like that. The point being is that in surge mode, they're healing passive HP and recovering more HP after that. So the gray bar, that red bar that they have, they can recover health past that point in surge mode. You get 3 ultimate meters, right? You have 3 of the gauge, the boost gauge. So you can surge and then boost into whatever else you want to make up for that. Or you can do 3 separate boosts to just keep healing HP. You're gonna see a lot of demons not using their ultimate art because they don't need to, especially if they're getting waxed. If they have no HP, they're at half HP, they're gonna boost. It's gonna become a fight of time. If you don't have your optimal combos down, your B&Bs, these demons are gonna start waxing people, not because of the damage, but because of time. You're gonna start losing the demons because of time, using 3 separate boosts to constantly heal their HP. Now the healing part isn't broken, all right? That's not the broken part. I don't want anyone to think that that's broken. I think it's 100% fair for demons to heal because they do it in the show. Like it's a demon thing. That's what they do. I think having surge mode with hyper armor, infinite meter, They already have 2 extra skills with the assist, right? So they don't have assist, they have 2 extra skills. And we just talked about how Rui's in particular are going to be very strong for locking down your opponent. I think Akaza's will be a fireball, I'm not too sure. But the point being is that they have all this stuff on top of normal Surge mode, and then they get the extra part of Surge mode that the human characters do not. So ultimately, while I'm not calling the demons broken, I'm just saying that it should be pointed out Surge mode should be fixed. Just remove hyper armor. Everything else about Surge mode is fine. Just remove hyper armor, or at least just all you have to do is micromanage it. Just bring it down to like 2 to 3 hits of hyper armor, right? Or I would say 1 to 2 to be honest, because 2 to 3 is a little too much too. Just bring it down to 1 to 2 hits. 1 to 2 hits. If it has to have hyper armor for whatever reason, 1 to 2 hits, and then after that it no longer has hyper armor throughout the entire thing. That would be fair. But to have hyper armor throughout everything, unless you get grabbed ultimate. Guys, let me know, what do you think about the demons coming to the game? Are you excited? I know you guys are excited about Akaza, but what about Rui? Are you guys excited about the game, the demons coming to it? What are the demons you're looking forward to seeing? Please, no spoilers, but like, I mean, if you want to just say like that demon from chapter whatever, I'll know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Or a name. I guess you could say a name. Everybody doesn't know demon names. Just don't start talking about details. Anyway, I can't say my usual outro because it's inappropriate for YouTube. Smell you later.